Hey Aspire fam, I'm here with our member Jorge, and we want to learn a little bit more about why he chose Aspire as his gym. So Jorge, tell us, why'd you choose Aspire?
Man, first because of you, there was the energy. It was close to where I was working at the time, but it was already, I had already done CrossFit before. And I didn't like the gym that I was going to because it was kind of like a lot of different energy. Kind of like if you got like 1 minute late to the class, it was like there was a punishment.
Yeah.
And I get it, it's a good thing to be on time, but it was just like, it started with the wrong kind of energy, and then here it was always like, hey, let's just try to get you moving, try to get you in, because that's really what I need at the time. It's just like a lot of more gentleness to get me started, and that's really how I got that snowball rolling. Because I had the gentleness in the beginning.
That's awesome. And I know you've achieved a lot of cool things since you've been a member here, but what are some of those things like that stick out in your mind that you've achieved with us?
All right, so a lot of cool things, Of course, the biggest one in the beginning was just being able to do one pull-up, because I just couldn't do one, And
so I don't remember that. You weren't able to do a pull-up?
I couldn't do one single pull-up.
Wow, okay.
And then it was very embarrassing in the beginning to like being with other people in class that were, they didn't seem as fit as I was. And they were doing 2, 3, 5 pull-ups. And I just couldn't do a single one, and I had to use a band. That was very embarrassing, But at the same time, it's just like I was told, just keep doing it. Eventually, they're gonna come on their own. And so that was the first milestone, doing like 10 push-ups at a time. Same thing, it's just I still struggle with the push-ups. It's like kind of like the hardest thing for me right now. I can do 10 push-ups right now, but it's just like I gas out quickly. It's just I know I gotta work on that. But the biggest one was to be able to do one muscle up. That one just like, man, that's gonna be one of the highlights of my life. It took me, I'm gonna say like 8 months of constant dedication to it. Because it is very tactical. It requires strength, it requires coordination, and just training from different sources. And yeah, man, I still have a video on that. It's very popular on my Instagram. I see it every so often just to like get me back into that mindset of who was I in August of 2022. So that was like the biggest highlight so far.
And as coaches, that was such a cool moment too, because we all saw you 1, 2, 3 days a week minimum after class, working on your muscle ups with your band, doing your different drills, doing your different exercises to strengthen that when you got that was a cool moment really for all of us.
Yeah, man.
Everybody to be proud of you.
Everybody celebrated. Everybody in the gym was coming to me at different times. It's just like, holy shit, how did you do this, And, but it's kind of like one of those things that I know I put in the time and I deserve to get that, to be able to achieve that muscle up. And that's one thing this year is going to be the muscle up on the rings, which you tell me it's easier, and to me it just seems harder.
It's easier but different.
Right. But once I get to do that, it's just going to be like another one of those moments. I'm like, oh my God, man, I'm glad I'm alive.
Totally. That's awesome. So how has your health and fitness improved since you've joined Aspire?
Just going up the stairs. I live in a second floor. Going up the stairs, I don't have to breathe hard when I get up there. Sometimes I have to go up and down the stairs 5, 6 times, getting things from the car. I got a son. Sometimes my son is asleep and I got to carry him up the stairs. And that little detail there is just like, oh man, I can get up there and then just go up my day. I don't have to sit down, drink some water to relax. No, it's just like I just can keep going. That little achievement means a whole lot to me, man.
Yeah. And that's something that I think when you're fit you kind of take for granted if you haven't kind of been through that in the past, been actually tired. But also on the contrary, when that's hard for people, they don't know that there's an alternative. They don't know that because it's just been they get unfit over such a long period of time that they just think stairs are hard or whatever that might be. And it doesn't have to be. And that's a pretty cool thing because you do that every day. So every single day you get that benefit.
And the other thing, the benefit that I get has to do with just overall, being able to relax in life, because I purposely chose to start working out at noon. It breaks up the office day in 2. And I was able to work hard and then be able to stop, come here for an hour and a half, and then work hard again. And it just gave me twice the performance of one day. And when I see people that they are kind of gassed out when it comes to work and too tired, then it's just that's my first recommendation. It's just you should break up your day into work out just so that you can actually be successful in more than one thing.
Even if it's just a walk or a workout or a yoga session, breaking up the day is awesome that.
Oh my God, that is life-changing for me.
And so you mentioned it a little bit with your Muscle Up, but how would you describe like the community or the culture here within our walls at Aspire here?
You know, that's one of the things that brings me back. When I'm not here, if I'm not here for vacation or whatever it is, I feel like an obligation to text you.
Yeah,
to text
you always do.
All my friends here and be like, hey, I'm not there because of, I'm on vacation, or I'm just sick right now, and I gotta recover from whatever, or I got family in town or whatever it is. Like, I am still in contact with everybody because somehow I feel like they want me to be here. I'm needed to be here because I'm part of that energy that brings them back over here. It's some sort of like self-fulfilling prophecy, or that we're all part of the same goal of, part of it is staying fit, part of it is moving, part of it is just the love that we all share, I'm part of that, so I feel responsible. And I also feel like that is kind of like the people that are present, at least in my hour when I'm here, they all share the same. And even when I meet somebody new that is either dropping in or that comes from a different time, I get that they are in the same pathway, in the same goal, in the same journey that I am.
Yeah, that's a good thing to like make you come back every day. Like, not only that, or just make sure that you hold those others accountable, but then at the same time, like, that text message is holding you accountable too.
That's true. Yeah, I guess I never thought about it that way.
Yeah.
But I just want
it's obviously to let people know, but it's also to like, it's an obligation to yourself as well. That
yeah.
I should be there, or I should tell this person that,
Yeah, I feel like I feel like people count on me.
Yeah.
And
I agree.
And I like that. I like to be somebody that people count on.
And I think that's something that people don't really think that much about. I know in certain ways I forget about it sometimes, and then when I'm not at a certain class for a period of time, people will message me and, hey, where have you been? And I'm like, oh, I was there all morning. Like, what are you talking about? But I wasn't necessarily in that time slot.
Okay.
And but I think a lot of people don't necessarily think about that because they are very impactful within their hours or within their day or within even the whole gym atmosphere, that it's not till they leave sometimes that everybody starts asking, like, where is this person?
Yeah.
Or where have they been?
I have that with some of my friends here, that if for some reason they don't text me the way that I do with them, I kind of like miss them, and I go like, hold on, I miss something about the class that I get because you are there. And I kind of harass them on Instagram, and I go like, come on, man, I need you. I need some people for different reasons.
Yeah.
And that's a loving thing. I've been coming to your gym since you opened. When was it, like
2017?
Years? Yeah, a long time ago. And I've been coming on and off for different reasons in my life. But I miss something magical that happens here when I'm not here, and I miss people that they gave me something. And I guess that's part of like, I'm getting fitter and healthier thanks to also that love that happens, right?
Yeah, definitely. Well, is there anything else you want to add?
I'm good, man. I think I got it on my chest.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate you for not only being a member and sitting down with me, but also for what you bring to the class, what you bring to other people. And we all, if this was easy, we all could just do it by ourselves at home.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's really hard. And obviously we could follow any fitness program, and if we did it, we'd be somewhat fit.
Yeah.
But it's everybody coming together that really makes us, reach that next level and come back every day. So I appreciate you being a big integral part of that at this noon hour especially.
Awesome, man.
Thank you.
I love you. Like a brother.